teams realized the Phoenix was going to be there and the double controller comp was.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it could be done. The homework can be done very early coming up to this third map within those two games we just saw. 1-1 here as we enter into map 3 of the series, our first one of the day. We'll see what they have. It's going to be that A push towards the right side. Crystal ball there on the desk for Sean. And we're going to start this little split towards mid.
It's a flash to start things off. Counter flash and first blood from Aspas. Loud just storming in, coming in loud for sure. Right into A main. As now your force. A wall early, he gets instantly broken. Then through the high tide, Aspas gets a kill.
They know.
No lurk to work. And that's gonna be Loud. Coming in big into pistol assist to scale up inside the map for C9. And it's fully clear. You hear the marshal just ringing, but no contact as we have the first engagement into B-Link. Nobody damaged out of that one. It's actually Loud that comes out of it more wounded than C9 on the post plant.
Placing swarm grenade.
1v1 battle towards the back. KJ versus KJ. As Les is trying to move forward towards the back of the B halls. It's still Zelsis and Jake forcing the swing out. Who does get 2 for his trouble before Les answers back with 2 of his own. And Sadak still on this battle up against Leaf, who's changed from a duelist into a sentinel for this round. A cascade to allow for Loud to push up forward for a bit, who's now down to halfway.
Halfway.
Sticking on to the spike, now off it. Oh, pulls out the knife. There's no more time here. Leaf will come out, and C9 will win.
Backing up Leaf.
High Tide's just well done here for the defense, just to run that clock down. Denying just any fast swings out from the doorway. No utility left by the Killjoy towards this B-Link, as C9 decides to push through that.
I wonder if Loud's just not worried on this round of B-Link due to the ecos. We'll have to pay attention to that, but they are playing pretty safe, making sure that, you know, Cloud9 can get the space, feel comfortable, and the retake should be what gains Loud this round. Kawanzine nicely watching the underpass. And now Tui's. You can see everybody backing up just a little bit more, and 30 seconds is there. This is going to be the hit.
Just the timing too, getting the cascades out late. A wall to try to get into a plant on the attack. Rudy though lands the headshot.
Spike planted.
Gets immediately get traded off by Aspas, who continues to dance around updraft, and finally Zeppa storms him down.
Nice try,
Picking up the op on a 3 versus 1. Stopped by Kawanzine. And Loud are looking unstoppable.
Yeah, Phoenix makes it to the back hall there, and it's like his playground. You get the flash, you double layer in. That is a pretty brazen play coming out of Loud. They lose a few members here to the Sheriff, and semi-save coming in from C9.
Whoa. Instant res could come out, indeed it will. Nova pulls in onto the staircase. Sadak forced to fall back from the bottom of Art. Zeppa still trying to chase him down. Does have the Seekers available, finally will use it. Sadak gets the wall bang. Flash, now hit. Zeppa stops him. A player advantage out for C9. Plat now coming down. Trailblazer, Zeppa doing everything, grabbing all that information, and allowed his 2v2 to happen. But then Aspas answers back with a Blade Storm. Oh my god, Updress lands one into the face of Zelsis.
The teamwork is absurd. The timing of it as well. You gotta give them all credit, but to have to shoot the Seeker, but no turnaround Aspas is there. It's like, I got you, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It's just cinematic from Loud to clutch that round as Aspas flies around the corner for a final kill. Les with the ultimate on that Viper's pit, and we see there is run it back, so Cloud9 could be making sure this run it back gets as close as possible before they're able to activate it. That seems like an art play, seems like something I'm long on that A play around the wraparound orb area.
¡Caralho! Que cagón, Que cagón, lo abrió, man. No, usted estaba tunado y él no.
Vibes going on over in the Loud camp right now. Sadak throwing out the fist bumps as they take another round away from Cloud9. We're back to buys here. Like I said, run it back is there. There's Les's ultimate as well with that Viper's Pit.
Ooh. Contact plays from 2 different spots, and it's C9 on the advantage as they take Art.
They have to be careful behind them. At least get that flank watch before, and if Zelsis activates this, run it back now from the corner.
Probably waiting after this poison to come down, and there you go. Could flash through this too. Wall for a boost to try to spot towards the flower pots. Cascade, but we're giving up the site for Loud.
Cheeky little peek, Loud again, even on the gun rounds. They stay mostly out of the sight here, realizing that run it back can do quite a bit of damage, and now they go to retake.
Aspas is so far for this flank, and is trying to flank with an operator. Locked down to delay the clock onto the spike, but Tuiz is still fighting. A nice first kill in a 4 versus 4. Heals then coming out, and after this, Zeppa still watching that flank for now. Rooney staying on top of the boxes, or should I say the wall as it gets broken off, and finally spots Aspas, so that cancels that out.
Jig is up.
Tap onto the spike, fighting through the high tide, but it's definitely looking at a C9 round.
Hot hands goes out on the spike. No.
And the lurk not working out this time for Jake.
Nothing's hitting back sight for them. They feel like everybody moved towards the front side, and that was just kind of a dry peek to the back, even though with all that utility used. This is a tight spot here for Rooney. Les is always there to make sure he can lurk the play. Takes it down 8-2 here now for Loud. Commanding even the rounds that Cloud9 are getting, Loud seems to be able to sure up. Aspas with the ult. Seemed like it just took a map to calibrate, right? Maybe the sights were off. Absolutely back on there, along with Les. Rooney still fragging out, but you can actually see on the scoreboard, it's just coming down to Loud being the better shot right now.
Yeah.
On these plays, holding the defense strong and locking down each one of these sites. Slow play towards A if this is just going to be for the orb. It's enough to focus for Zealous here. They're going to quick curveball and pick up. And they decide to kind of go across the map here. We continuously see the wall from Tuiz a little bit into this round. That would come across mid. Here it is. Yep. Set up easy and just delays. Delays. Knowing that first set of utility was used. And Cloud9 would take space somewhat with each other, waiting for it to come back up, gain more ground. This wall just kind of pauses that. So when C9 does get that signature utility back up, they're still in mid, looking to take space. It's the simple things.
Police at 1 HP. Seeker's going back towards the B link, and that activates an early Viper's Pit for Les, making it even more difficult for C9. And look at the utility from the KJ. It's actually outside of the Viper's Pit to delay and deny all of these plans. A curveball to the back of the site, though, as Celsius gets the opener. Jake then also capitalizes on another one. Lockdown then coming out on the defense. A run it back, stopped right away by Aspas. Advantage still comes out here for C9. There's a big flag now from behind. Kaladin stopped, traded, saves his teammate, and Jake gets locked in. A 2 versus 1. Sadak then stopped there by Rudy. Gonna have to rethink how they want to try to hit this A site, or B site rather, of Pearl.
I kind of like how Loud's play right now. C9 isn't letting it happen, but Loud's like, how far can we get right now? What will you give us? We'll play contact all the way up here on this wall. And yeah, a quick peek out obviously denies them much from Jakey. And now this 5v4, it seems like they're just trying to spam it out, and Loud diminishing Cloud9's utility to make this a bit of an easier take in the end. Still going to be tough.
Left.
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere else.
Same thing for Loud too. The tap onto the spike to try to waste more utility, but now there's even a blaze wall. Even hot hands.
Oh my gosh.
So nice job for C9 to cycle that utility, now denying the actual push from Loud into the B site. 13 seconds left on the clock. It's looking like a done deal here.
Double flawless. There it is. Starting off squeaky clean for Cloud9 here. The silver lining is showing. And we'll see if they can keep this up on the bonus round now. What are the purchases? Aspas going to go low armor here. We did have a few of the sheriffs coming through, but none have to go down to any lesser of a buy. They focus over mostly towards A. I think this is actually just going to be a hold right now for Sadak, so it's more of a default for Loud to see what Cloud9 will offer for their bonus round. Quick guiding light out towards B. So no detection there. Quick rotation from Zeppa to make sure they hold control of B link.
While he does that, Rooney goes in to support towards Art. The trade-off of utility, high tide for a Trailblazer. Some pressure being done towards Plaza from Loud. We're getting ready for a potential curveball soon. Snapping the fingers. There it is, but it's too late. Kawatzin gets the kill before he gets full blinded.
The angle of Rooney there needed to be a little bit wider to prevent that from happening. I think they both got out of the way of the flash for the play at the wrong time. Liquid's done, or Loud rather, has done so good at just kind of identifying spots that they can fight. We saw the harbor wall flash right through B-Link. Where Zeppa's standing now didn't come out for a fight. No identification. Move to Art, same thing. Identify with utility to get that opening frag. There's number 2.
Yeah. With no more utility left for Zeppa, gotta start moving out with your bodies to try to gain that information. Unfortunately, gets punished for it. At least is playing towards the back of the site. Drops a spike, trying to get that second one, but only has a Spectre to work with. A wall then to block one side, Cascade to push towards the front.
Oh,
no
so
deniability
tough
by jumping up on the wall. Plant will come down with 15 seconds left on the clock.
The denial utility from both teams on their post plants or their site takes have been so good, buying so much time and putting the pressure on their opponent right now. All onto that defuse. Loud keeping Cloud9 at bay.
Oh, onto the wall. And then spawning onto the second one in between the Sage wall.
Is down. Sadak starts off with a great Phantom headshot.
Even more painful. Again, fighting for the Aorb through the Nebula. Kill onto Zelsis. And this is still an opportunity to switch the momentum for Loud.
Wow. Trailblazer and W's from everybody forward. They get down Jake, and now they're in B before minutes even gone, or 40's even gone in the round.
Yeah, we mentioned the lower buy here that we have for Cloud9.
Yeah, so Loud has to go for the throw.
Yep. The Plant comes in. Alert now coming out from Aspas. Just trying to build up that Blade Storm. Sadak spots at least one.
One shot.
Placing swarm grenade.
One opportunity.
Swarm grenade out.
One enemy remaining.
Well, at least Runu's there. Can you actually land that shot that we wanted? Not gonna happen. Loud taking a lead by 3 as the economy finally comes back for C9 on the defense. They're gonna be met up with least utility towards the B site.
I feel like it's a marathon fake when you're doing it on Pearl. You're just, and now we get to fake. This rotation took forever. Here they go though. They are gonna be running into the Killjoy utility, but they have gambled the numbers correctly. And Loud look to take this round.
But there's a late lurk coming out here from Les the whole time towards Art. The Reckoning just to clear out the site for Loud, looking for this plant. Leaf unfortunately falls. As here comes the high tide, even a Cove, not allowing any sprays to happen. And there's that lurk coming out from Les, who gets that second one onto Zeppa. And it's up to Zelsis, healing up with the Blaze Wall. Kawatzin with 5 HP. Zelsis has no utility left to work with. Triangle formation for Loud on the pulse plant.
Doing what he can now.
Got exactly.
Yeah. The Reckoning pushing Cloud9 out of sight here really gave the space Loud needed. Nothing much to be done after that. You have Les again coming around on a flank. It did so much in Art last time. I think Les, as Loud takes a pretty big lead in the third map and continue to stop Cloud9 on their one-round wins, which makes it even harder to buy because the money keeps getting knocked down in the economy for C9.
Okay, you open things up with Rooney, Marshall in the dome of Kawatzin, and another one through the smoke. Aspas to fall, Cascade to clear out the site. Zeppa just dancing around inside, trying to do a play off the guided light that he just did for himself, but gets punished right away. Zelsis onto a big flank. I don't even think that Sadak's in a range here of this alarm bot, so a perfect opportunity for that flank to happen.
Spike planted.
A battle towards Flower Pot. Almost getting caught into Cosmic Divide, to Astroform, should I say.
One enemy remaining.
As now, unfortunately, as it worked in the beginning for Rooney with that Marshall. Loud just watched all of their... Rooney picks up a Nora, but that res is going to be impossible. But with that first pick, Loud leaning out towards this B site. Lots of utilities available. This is a lockdown to Viper's Pit to seal the deal. So you're gonna have to hope that the whole W for C9 to attack back is gonna work in their favor. Even harder now that Jake falls.
Your duty is not over.
Here it comes. Aspas landing that shot with the operator.
Double hit.
Pushed up is going to be Calzine just around the corner. There's that Viper pit. The lean out, Jake falls. Zeppa looking to trade it out. It's up to him and Rooney on a 4 versus 2. Bladestorm also available. Held inside just by the screens outside of the Viper's pit. Elise Zeppa gets the wallbang kill. A tap onto the spike, but footsteps are just heard left and right. Then the pit's about to fall. But then the backstab Zeppa to get 3. A 2 versus 1, not gonna happen. Aspas gets that one. Loud. Landing another L onto Cloud9 this time.
Seizing the moment. Taking every opportunity, as you said before, Vans. What a game in the end. Cloud9 showing up, but Loud in the end. As it came to, we look at those games and it came from everybody. Aspas, the operator, came online. Tui's on a lot of the plays. Sadak on a lot of the setups. And overall, we look back at Ascent, we look back at Pearl here. Wyatt even said it on the desk. A lot of the rounds were coming when it was a star power round. It was, wow, 4K. And if you're only winning the 4Ks, it's probably going to be falling through your fingers on the other rounds that need to be won for the economy, need to be won in importance of ultimate use. And when you're really